Do you ever feel anxious about Chinese New Year? I do. Here's why. By the way, I know not everyone hates CNY. This is just my experience. Logistically, so much goes into prepping for CNY. There's spring cleaning, buying new clothes, planning reunion dinners with mum and dad separately, plus the in-laws, and packing red packets. The list goes on. I wish I enjoyed prepping for the festivities like some of my friends do, but this laundry list of chores stresses me out instead. But above all, it's the mental and emotional exhaustion I tend to feel from attending extended family gatherings. Chinese New Year is a holiday deeply rooted in tradition, which is why there's this huge focus on reunions and togetherness. And while the meaning of CNY comes from a wholesome place, family gatherings can be difficult for people who come from complicated families with strained relationships. Personally, I've witnessed occasions where elders would have disagreements or even altercations with one another during a CNY gathering. Some were traumatic for me to witness and ended up impacting me deeply on the way I view familial relationships. I remember thinking to myself back then, why do they do this? Why do they force themselves to be in a room together when they don't get along? And all for what? This image of one big happy family? Don't get me wrong, I've had a few good years where I've actually enjoyed myself, especially when my grandma was still around. But those are few and far between. Even on a peaceful year, I found myself leaving gatherings feeling overwhelmed. I hated having to deal with comments about my weight or questions about why my husband and I have so many pets and no kids. And those conversations where everyone's just flexing and one-upping each other, they drain me. Over time, I've come to the conclusion that my mental health is more important. My husband and I prioritize visitations with family and friends who have a larger presence in our lives. People often say blood is thicker than water, and while family is important, it's also true that sometimes they're the ones who hurt us. So where do we draw the line between loyalty and self-preservation? I get that not everyone has the privilege to draw these boundaries, so I really appreciate the support system I have when I need it. What about you?